thought you knew that I did this. You can have him, but he licked it. Banana, then I split it. Talented and gifted. I guess the table shifted. Like a whole brand new bitch. Bussin'. Bitch, I'm bussin'. I feel like a whole.
So we're in Hollywood Beauty. We're about to go in Hollywood Beauty to get my hair, to get these butterfly locks popping. So Lego. All right, so I wanted to get some locks done, and I really wanted the butterfly style, but I really didn't want to do twisting. So we're gonna try out this hair, and I actually found a color that I freaking love. We found this color. It is T1B 350, and that's pretty much like the color that my natural hair is. My roots are pretty much back to like a dark brown. I'm really like a 4 normally, but I really didn't want to do that, and I'm so glad I found this, which is a hard color to find in store. They didn't have enough packs because I'm gonna double these and make them super duper long 36-inch locks. So I'm getting 1 pack of this because this is a 3. In all the videos I watched, pretty much everybody was like getting 9. So 1, 2, 3, I counted it like that, and then I was basically doubling that because I'm going to extend every lock. They didn't have enough of this color, so I decided to get this T1B30. So that's what we got. We're gonna see how this works. Hopefully it's easy to twist in my natural hair to blend it in with these, but we about to see. So let's go. All right, so sorry for the quality, but this is the only clip I have of me actually tying this together. So I was sitting on live one day and doing this and talking. So what you do is you have to open up the hole on the 2 locks that you're about to tie together. So because it's really small, and opening it up, opening both ends will help you when you're actually installing them as well. It cuts down on another step. So widen the hole so that you can get the end of one lock into the top of another, and then you're literally just gonna tie a knot. And then after you tie the knot, if there's like too much space in the loop, just twist the hair back, and then the hair that you tied in a knot, you're gonna wrap the remaining hair around the lock so it kind of like fuses and looks like it's one, which you'll be able to tell at the very end of the video. You can see, because this hair was ombre, you can see where it goes from dark to light and then dark to light again. I personally don't care about that, but if you're like, you know, a little bit more finicky about your hair, using a solid color hair, you will miss out on that. But it's because the hair is ombre that I have like a light dark. But here you can see me actually tying the knot with the hair, or trying to tie the knot. Say hi to Tobias. He's, you know, always in the mix. And my nails are in the way. So I'm tying the knot. And making sure that it's secure. And as you can see, that loop was a little big, so I'm twisting the hair back to make that smaller. And then the additional hair that was left out of the knot after I tied it, I'm wrapping that back down the lock. And to secure that, I used a little bit of nail glue, which where I brought my hair, Hollywood Beauty, they happen to just throw some in the bag for me. But if you don't, that will be something that you will also need. I should probably put a list of materials needed at the beginning of the video. But yeah, so I just used a little bit of hair glue, and yes, it will get on your fingers, but it comes off easily, so don't trip about it. And you just twist the hair back around and turn the one 18-inch lock into a super long 30-inch lock. And because you've already opened the hole wider to begin with, when you're installing this into your hair, it's easier to pull the end of the lock through it and get it all the way through, because it is a butterfly style. So it has those additional hairs like hanging off the sides, and it can easily get caught if the hole was too small. So now, since you've widened it, it will easily go through, which will make your install process quicker. So I have a video of how I part my hair normally already on my channel. I will put a little card so you can go to that if you would like to watch that. But my friend got me together with these like zigzag triangle geometric parts, and they make me feel real exotic. I really love them. So here I am just like resectioning them, because when she parted them, I ended up falling asleep and I did not tie my hair down. So just to make them a lot neater, and I had to go back through and put the locks on each part anyway. I'm using the Shine and Jam to slick down that part, and I chose to do the rubber band method and do twists because it's just hard for me to braid, and I have on nails, so it's harder for me to braid. So I chose to do the rubber band method and do a twist. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm slicking down the part with the Shine and Jam, tying on a rubber band to secure that part, and then I twist the hair And that's how I will insert it into the lock once we get to that point. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so you can see that. And then I'll show you how I attached the lock and got my hair inside, which took some trial and error. Okay, so now that I have my hair sectioned, rubber band, and twisted down, I'm gonna take my extended lock, and then I'll be using my crochet needle. And like I said before, since we opened the hole a little bit already, it's easier to install and get the hair to, you know, go through the loop. So I take a crochet needle, and I usually take it either whatever direction is away from the hair so my hook doesn't get caught. I'm gonna place the hook through the rubber band, so like under the rubber band, attach the hoop of the lock to the hook, pull it through. Holding the hole open, I'm gonna take the bottom of the lock and put it through the loop and pull it all the way so that it's tightened and basically making a knot. And like I said, because it's open, you see how easily that went through. If our hole was not already pre-widened, that would have been a whole process. So now I'm just pulling it tighter, pulling my hair one way and then the lock another way to secure it. And I thought this was I don't know why I even thought this was going to work, because with soft locks, you can just twist the hair back and twist your hair inside of it. And because it's a pre-twisted lock, it just twists back into itself. But of course, with this being the butterfly style, it does not work the same. So what I'm doing is taking the crochet hook, I'm putting it through the center of the lock, and I'm gonna bring it out at the top as close to the start of the part as possible. And I'm gonna hook the end of my hair onto the latch and start to pull it through. You may have to repeat this step a couple times to get all of your hair inside of the lock, but you just push the crochet needle up in the middle of the lock, get the end of your hair. That's a very important, the end of your hair. You can't start at like the top of your hair or the middle of your hair, because then it's too thick to come through the lock. You need to start with the end, and then it'll slowly pull itself through. So take the end of your hair. You see how I'm struggling because I didn't take the end of my hair. So I'm going to show another one where I actually take the end of my hair. And you just keep repeating those steps and pulling it through the lock until your hair is completely within the lock. So like I was saying earlier, it's really important to pull the bottom of your hair through the lock. This was my first time attempting this way of disguising my natural hair within a lock. So I was definitely struggling and getting frustrated. It was late at night. So what I decided to do was just attach all the locks to my hair and then leave my natural hair out to deal with the next day because I was tired. So I'm going to give you a better close-up and a more clear view of what it actually looks like to pull your hair through the lock. So let's get into that. So it's the next morning, and here is a close-up view of how to insert the hair in the lock. So I'm pushing the crochet needle up through the center of the hair, allowing it to come out whenever I reach the point of my hair that is not already concealed. And now I'm taking the end of my hair, closing the lock and pulling it through. And you see how much easier it was to go through once I pulled the end, because it doesn't fold up into itself and get like more bunchy, thicker, which makes it harder to pull through the lock. Pulling the end does it like a start to finish type of deal. And then I just scooted my hair around scooted the lock hair around to continue covering up and disguising my natural hair. So you just keep doing this process over until your hair is completely covered by the lock. And you see it'll take some time, but once you get into a rhythm, you're all good. Definitely could have done better with that, but that's what it's looking like. You just keep doing those steps over and over until all of your hair is concealed and all of your locks are installed into your head. So after I have all of my locks installed, I just use my edge boost, edge control, gel, whatever, and this edge brush, and got my edges together, which you can do however you please. I'm no pro. I just be swooping and duping and letting them do what it do. So yeah, and then once you get your edges together, your hair is laid and you know, you good to go. So this is what the hair is giving, completely done with my edges done. Some notes for when you're doing this style: to make sure you have a center and a side part for whenever you want to flip it over, it doesn't look crazy, or you're not pulling braids. It looks a little bit neater if you make sure you have those center and side parts on either side, whichever you want to flip it. I do love the security of this and the longevity that I can wear this style. I think it actually looks a little bit cuter as it gets a little bit more messy. To sleep, I put it in a top bun, or I really just lay all the hair off the edge of the bed because I pretty much stay in that position all night. And what else? You can style these like regular locks. I know a lot of people do like just the side or center part and like very faux lock styles, but I like real lock style, so I'll be trying those, and hopefully I'll record one so if I can get the hang of one and show you how I do like a natural lock style. And what I mean by that is like people who actually have real locks, how they style their hair with like the barrel rolls, stuff like that. When people do faux locks, I see a lot of just faux lock, what I call faux lock style. So this is what the hair is looking like. This is where it hits me. I am 5'2", and like I was saying earlier in the video, you can see the ombre when it goes dark light, because I've attached the two locks to one another. But I'm loving this hairstyle. It has cut my time for getting ready down by at least an hour, because all I have to do is my edges, which take me like 10 minutes. Yes, my edges take me 10 minutes. I'm going to insert a clip with my makeup all done and show you how cute it looks, both natural and beat to the gods. And yes, definitely living for myself. And this will be the summer style if I just take out and retouch the edges or whatever. But this will be me all summer, so be prepared to see that. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always notified when I have a brand new upload. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay true.
Ice cold in this bitch. Ice cold in this bitch.